Hey guys, what's up? It's Cheerios here today, and we're gonna be playing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This game came out, I believe, 3 years ago, and it's still been really popular, one of the most popular Nintendo Switch games. I played it, it's really fun, and I just want to show you guys some quick tips and tricks for beginners who are just starting to play it now and who want to start playing. It's really fun, so yeah. The first thing you really do is just wake up in this weird place. I would recommend just looking around, getting used to the controls, just messing around, seeing what you can do and what you can look around, just to get used to the feel of what it's like to play in this game, because it may seem hard at first, but it will seem to get easier once you keep playing it. You'll get used to it, so it won't be as hard. You'll just be stuck in this like little cave for like a couple of minutes. You'll find your way out up to the top, and I'll talk about some stuff when we get up there first. So after you exit the cave, there is a really cool cutscene that I think is one of the coolest cutscenes in a game that I ever seen. It just shows you the whole map and everything that's there, and I think it's just really cool. If you haven't already like experimented with the buttons and what they do, X is to jump, B is to sprint or run fast. There is a limit to how much you can sprint once that stamina wheel runs out. You can't really do anything until it refills up, so you have to wait. So it's smart to use it to the very last second till it gets red, wait for it to take up or fill up, and then you'll be able to use it again. If you see things on the ground and has a question mark, it's things you've never like taken or grabbed before. You can just press A to take it, see what it is, what it can be used for. If you have a weapon or any sort of weapon type, you can just press Y to take it out and press Y to swing at it, swing at it again, make a combo or whatever you want. Hold Y, and then you use your stamina wheel to use it up. If you want to put it back, just press B because you start sprinting. You will have a bow and arrow later on, so it can be kind of confusing right now what to do. But if you just click on your secret slate and see what's there by pressing the minus or subtraction button, you can see your current location, your map. The Shrine of Resurrection is where you came from. You can travel there if you want to, but you don't want to right now. You just want to follow where the yellow dot is, I guess, blinking or shining. That's your main objective right now, which is to follow the secret slate. So that is what you want to do right now. But before you do that, you do want to talk to this old man, because you will want his paraglider, which he has. Just talk to him first before you do the objective, because you need to talk to him first. So once you're done talking to the old man, you're going to want to follow the yellow blinking shining dot on your secret slate or on your map. Just go towards it, and it will lead you to your next objective or the next thing that you have to do. You can kind of explore right now if you want to, but it's better just to get to the objective and then doing what you want. This game does have like goals and things you need to do in order to complete the game, but it's also a game of just exploring around, seeing what you can do, just exploring different parts of the map, exploring new things, just doing a bunch of stuff, so you don't have to follow the objectives right away. You can always look around and explore, but eventually you have to do those objectives and complete them in order to go on to the next objectives or to go on to finish the game. Now, if you're like always hurt or like you lose part of your heart or like some hearts, you can always just go to your inventory, see what you have for your materials, and if you have something that says, oh, it can give you hearts, then you can just click A and eat it to regain a heart. So it's not that hard to like regain hearts back. You just want to find stuff you can eat or make. Later on, you'll be able to make dishes with certain types of materials, whether it's an apple or different types of herbs, and you can make these big, really like big meals that can give you like 10 or plus more hearts if you're damaged. So I really recommend doing that. I'll explain that later on when we get further into the game. I'll explain some new dishes you can make just to gain some hearts. and some other things. So a quick tip, as you can see, I went to my inventory. I collected a lot of apples, some mushrooms, and an acorn, and now I'm holding them, and you can hold up to 5 items in your hand. And then when you go to like a pot that's cooking under a fire, you can press A to cook. And see what it can cook. And each apple gives you, I believe, like a quarter of a health, and so does an acorn. But since I mix up all the things that could add to your health, I made a dish called simmered fruit that can give me 5 health or hearts instead of just a quarter for each of the apple acorn. So this is a really good way to get hearts if you're like dying or you don't have a lot of hearts. You can just make a lot of dishes that can give you a lot of hearts, so you can just refill those back up easier. Another tip I kind of want to give is how to crouch, just by pressing the left bumper down. You don't have to hold it there, but just press it down. And if you press it down, you'll go into stealth mode, which makes you very quiet and slow if you want to creep up on an enemy, or if you want to catch an insect or some type of bug or animal to eat. Just anything, you can just go into stealth mode and become very stealthy. So it's a good tip just to creep up on any enemies, or if you just want to be quiet and not get noticed. So there will be these things called shrines, and they're this like big orange yellowish color glowing thing, and there'll be a lot of them all over the entire map that you can go to. They're very noticeable, they're not hard to see. You just want to go up to them and click A to examine them. Just as the old man said, he wants you to go to this one. After this one, I believe there will be 3 more shrines you will have to go to like this one, and they will be all over the Great Plateau. So every time you enter a shrine like this, there will be trials that you will have to do to complete this shrine. Some of them will be very easily, some of them will be very hard. They will have many different trials, like defeating an enemy or a monster, or just doing something that requires a lot of thought process. You can always look up how to do the types of trials for this specific or particular types of shrines by just looking up the name if you get really confused. So right now, as the Seeker Slate just said, you can use your Seeker Slate powers by pressing the left bumper. Right now we have magnetic, so we can just lift things up that are magnetic and pull them away. Now there is a little chest up here that you can grab using your powers. You just want to go close up to it, click it to activate it, and then just pull it, bring it down to you, and then open it up. So when you get to these parts, these are the end of the shrines. They just explain how you have completed the trial and what you have earned. So at the end of each shrine or the trial that you can finish, these monks will give you a spirit orb as your accomplishment for completing the trial. These spirit orbs are very important, so as you complete each shrine you will get 1 spirit orb. You can build these up and improve your health and stamina as you collect more spirit orbs, so it's very important going to shrines all over the map and getting the spirit orbs. At the end of each trial or the shrine too, they do refill all your hearts, so you don't need to eat anything after you just completed the trial or defeated a monster. They will refill all your hearts up back to max health. So it will be very easy to travel to many different places, because you can just go to your map, look at everything that's blue, and you can just travel to them. So it's very easy to travel to other places that you have already been to, or if you just want to travel back to another place if you miss something. So it's just an easy way to explore and travel. So like the old man said, it's a very easy way to scope out things, look at them. You can always just press the right bumper in. With your Seeker Slate, you'll scope in. You can either place a pin or just look around to see what's there. Placing a pin, just press the button A. If you want to, press A. If you want to get rid of it, just press the subtraction button. Go back to it. Delete the pin if you want. It's pretty easy, and it's an easy way to just scope out and put pins on places you want to go, just so you remember where you want to go and you don't forget. Now, getting to the shrine over here may be a little tricky, just because there are these like little, as you can see, machines, I guess you could say, that will point at you with their eye and then shoot like an exploding grenade once it hits you, or some laser beam. So you want to be aware of that and just be really stealthy and quick to get to the shrine right over here. so just be careful about that. When you get to the bomb shrine, and if you're a little confused, all you want to do is, when you get to this part, you're just going to want to go to the circle bomb, not the square one, and just drop it in this little hole so that it can blow up that place over there. So you just kind of want to wait until it shoots it. When it gets over there, press L, left bumper, and then it'll explode it. Alright guys, that concludes today's video. I hope you guys found the tips super helpful and really beneficial. I hope you guys will buy the game and start playing it and watch my videos to help you if you need any help. More will come out soon. I'll see you later, peeps.